Hi guys, so today I'm doing my 13 weeks pregnancy update for you. If you want to see any of my previous videos, I will have lists to the playlist, links to the playlist, not list, to the playlist, down below in the description down there if you guys are interested in that. And if you're watching this in the future, I will also have links to the future pregnancy vlogs. So if you're interested in seeing those, they'll be down there too, eventually. So please excuse my appearance today. I don't have a whole bunch of makeup on, just some concealer, and my brows are done. My hair, let's not even talk about that, but let's just hop right in and I'll tell you guys a little bit about the past week or so. So holy cow, I cannot believe the first trimester is already finished. I am 13 weeks and 1 day today. Some say it's 13 weeks and 3 days, some say it's 14 weeks. I'm just gonna say we're done with that. We're in the second trimester already. I really seriously cannot believe how fast it has flown by. We're gonna know the baby's gender in just a week. So I'm very, very excited about that. Next Saturday, we're going to be having our reveal party, which is just absolutely crazy. I'm so excited for that. So now that we're finally in the second trimester, I'm going to show you guys my bump, which I have not been showing. I mean, I post pictures on my blog if you're interested. I always have a weekly update on my blog as well as here on my YouTube channel. But I take pictures and you can see the pictures of my bump there for the previous weeks, but I haven't shown the bump on film yet. So we're going to start doing that, and hopefully I can remember to do that every week for you guys too. So stay tuned to the end to see it if you guys are interested. I definitely feel like I am starting to look a little bit pregnant as opposed to just kind of looking fat and feeling gross. So I'm kind of happy about that, even though it's still definitely in a very awkward stage where it's like, is she pregnant? Probably not. It's just, people who know me know, because I've never struggled with my weight. I've always been pretty much the same size for a long time. And I think that people near me, people close to me, realize they can see my bump and they know that I'm pregnant and they can see it progressing. But any random stranger out there would probably not think twice about it. So I'm very happy to say morning sickness is totally done. I haven't had any real cravings, also haven't had any food aversions. So the food department is going pretty well for me. I've been back into eating salads, which is awesome because for like pretty much the whole first trimester, I just wasn't into it. I didn't want to have to make salads. Like salad, you like get the lettuce and you get the ingredients and you put it all together in one thing. I didn't want to do that. I was like, oh, it takes like 5 to 7 minutes. I can't like waste 5 to 7 minutes in the morning. I'm just gonna grab whatever we had last night for dinner to take to work. So I've finally been able to get the motivation to take 5 to 10 minutes and put together a stinking salad. I love salads, so I'm so glad, and I know that the greenery and all that good stuff is good for baby, good for me, so I'm glad that I'm finally back into that. I've been putting a lot of stuff in there lately. Like I'll do some kind of meat, like chicken or like bacon or something like that, which I know bacon's not necessarily good for you, but I always put in like celery and carrots and all kinds of other little stuff in there. So I'm trying to make it like a big variety of stuff as opposed to just like dressing and lettuce. So I'm trying to kind of mix it up a little bit, and I'm very happy with it. I've done a salad every week, every day this past week, so super happy with that because it's a lot better than just eating crap all day. Seriously, hunger has absolutely taken over my life. I feel like I'm starving to death all the time. I can't even explain it. It just, all of a sudden this past week, I'm just like, I need to be fed like constantly. It's crazy. I actually got to go to the gym this week, which is great. I've been really crappy at that all of my pregnancy so far, but I went 2 days in a row this week, so yay me. I know it's really not that great, and me and Justin actually took a walk this morning, so I'm gonna call it 3 days of exercise, so that's really quite an improvement for me. My emotions have been kind of funky again, not nearly as crazy as they were like the week of Thanksgiving, but I definitely noticed that I get a little more snippy at Justin, my husband, which I know is terrible, but I've also kind of noticed that Justin seems to think about what he's gonna say more. Like he'll want to say something back to me, and it could, it could be something mean he wants to like retaliate, but he'll like stop and think about it for a second and not do that. So thank you so much, Justin, for being a little more considerate and everything. I know that's really probably helping a whole bunch between the two of us, but I'm just really glad for that. He knows that I'm kind of crazy sometimes, and he tries not to like fuel the craziness. Sleep has still been okay. I sleep a lot. I mean, I don't have any issue with like waking up in the middle of the night, not being able to fall back asleep or anything like that. It's just kind of sometimes when I want to fall asleep, I can't find a comfortable position because my belly is kind of getting to that like point where I, first of all, shouldn't be laying on it, and second of all, it just feels uncomfortable to lay on it, and I used to love sleeping on my stomach, so trying to pick a side is kind of difficult. I love having a big body pillow next to me, and I like squeeze that to death while I'm sleeping, but sometimes that just doesn't quite do it. So trying to find a good sleeping position to fall asleep in can suck sometimes, but once I fall asleep, I sleep really well. I think I mentioned last week that I was still having very strange dreams, but I wasn't so good at remembering them once I woke up in the morning. I'm back to kind of remembering them a little bit better this week, so I don't know what that was all about, but that was just kind of a weird little period during this pregnancy where I remember that I dreamt something, but I totally couldn't remember what it was. Now I can finally kind of remember what I was dreaming about once again. Holy moly, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but my face is like pimple central. I don't know what happened, but this week has been crazy. I've got them everywhere. I mean, it's just craziness. I don't know what is going on. I never really struggled with acne, but I had quite a few this past week. I think most of them are kind of done and they're starting to like heal a little bit. I'm sure you guys can see them, like they're everywhere, but they're kind of getting a little bit better. I don't have any like, I don't know what you'd call them, like live pimples. I don't have any like fresh ones. They're all kind of just like the remaining like healing version of them. So that was weird. I really hope that doesn't continue. Also had the scalp pimples return this week, which sucks because they're so irritating. Anytime you just go like this to brush your fingers through your hair, there's like little bumps and they're so sensitive. They just hurt so bad. Those were back this week. I had a couple over on this side of my head. So I gotta start washing my hair every single day, which is gonna strip this color right on out, but I hate those pimples. They suck really bad. So I'm trying to create a balance with that and hopefully they'll just get better. I just hope that they go away because they're really annoying. I also have this numb spot on my stomach right above my belly button, which I don't know if I mentioned here or not, but I know I've mentioned it on the blog, that every once in a while it just feels numb. It feels like it's about the size of my thumb and it just feels weird. It's like this weird spot on my tummy that feels numb. Like I can't feel anything there and it's really weird and just very strange. It's not hurt. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it's just really weird. So I've definitely been experiencing that a lot more this week. Like it's very prominent and it'll last like all day, as opposed to in the past sometimes it would last a few hours or something and I would notice it every once in a while, but this past week it seems like it's a lot more prominent. So we finally picked out both a girl name and a boy name for baby, which is super duper exciting. I know it's still quite early. I think these are our set names though. I don't think we're gonna be changing our minds on these. I think we're pretty set. We had names picked out before we got married, you know, when we were still dating, just kind of like, you know, playing around like, what do we want to name our future babies? And we'd have names picked out and I loved those names at the time. But now that it's actually down to it, it's like, we gotta rethink this. We gotta really seriously, we're naming a person. This is what the person is gonna be called for the rest of their life and we gotta really think hard about this. So we have come to compromises. I feel like our issue before was that like I'd pick out a name and Justin would be kind of like, that's okay. But I would really love it, or the opposite way or whatever. And these names that we finally picked out are names that we both really love. So they're great, not really compromises because we both love them. They're just not names that one of us picked and the other one was like, okay, whatever you say. They're names that we both genuinely really like. So I'm super happy with those. Very glad to have both of the names picked out just in case. Like I said, next week we're gonna know who baby is. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to just call baby by its name because that will make it like super real. And my favorite moment of the week have definitely involved the extra bedroom over there, which is gonna be baby's nursery. I know we still have plenty of time, but we cleared out that room. Justin and my sister's boyfriend, Alex, cleared out that room as we kind of did nothing and watched them. They put everything downstairs and so that room is pretty much empty. I went and got some curtains to fill it and we actually just went and picked up the crib and changing table from my older sister from her daughters. We're going to be using those in the nursery. So we have like a little project going on over there. We haven't set up the crib and stuff like that yet, but just having the little items over there. Justin filled in like the nail holes and repainted a little bit. So just the little activities that are going on over there in the nursery are definitely my favorite little moments of the past week. All right, so here is Baby Bump. I've got my awesome Walmart maternity pants on that have like elastic, I mean like they feel like pajama pants up here, but they're regular jeans on the bottom. But this is Bump. I don't know, on film it doesn't really look that big, but every time I take a picture, I'm like, holy cow, look at that bump. So that's what's going on right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video for today. Don't forget to check out my blog if you're interested in reading a little bit more, because I have definitely more information on there than I actually told you guys here in the video. I try to keep these videos a little more short and sweet, not so much rambly like I do on my blog. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.